For years, fans believed they'd seen the last of Pat Evans, the larger-than-life legend of Albert Square. Her story ended back in 2012, and apart from a brief emotional moment in 2016, most viewers accepted that Pat's era was over. But now, after almost a decade away, her name is suddenly everywhere again, because EastEnders is bringing her back in a moment no one saw coming. This return isn't just nostalgia or a cheap surprise. It's tied to one of the most emotional storylines the show has tackled recently, Nigel Bates' on-set dementia. Ever since Nigel stepped back into Walford last December, viewers have watched his memory fade in unpredictable ways. Some days he's full of his old spark, and other days he slips into confusion, clinging to moments that feel more real than the present. And now, with his latest project, things take a turn that pulls the past and present together in a way that hits hard. Nigel recently teamed up with Lexi to turn one of his old scripts, a quirky little idea called Santa Claus, into a short film. It was meant to be fun, a creative distraction, something to remind him he's still capable of making people smile. The community rallies behind it, planning a festive screening to show their support. But on the night of the premiere, when everyone gathers to celebrate, the excitement becomes overwhelming for Nigel. His memories begin slipping, blending into moments from decades ago. And suddenly, he's not in the present anymore. His mind pulls him straight back to the 90s, to a time when one person always seemed to bring him back down to earth: Pat. That's when she appears. Pat Evans steps back into the Queen Vic just as Nigel's world tilts out of control. She isn't a ghost, and she isn't a stunt cameo. She's a grounding presence in a moment when Nigel desperately needs something familiar. Her voice, her energy, her warmth, everything about her pulls him back from the edge. It's the kind of scene that instantly reminds viewers why Pat became one of the most unforgettable characters the show has ever created. And seeing her in the Vic again sparks a wave of emotion that longtime fans won't be prepared for. Pam St Clement herself admitted she was shocked when she first got the call, but she was instantly excited to return. She described it as stepping right back into a place that felt like home, surrounded by faces she'd worked with for years. That emotional connection shows on screen. Nothing about her appearance feels forced. It feels like the perfect moment, one that honors Pat's legacy without rewriting her story. Even behind the scenes, the reaction was overwhelming. Executive producer Ben Wadey called it an honor to have her back and said the atmosphere on set changed the second she walked into the building. To many on the team, Pat Evans isn't just a character, she's a piece of the show's history. And bringing her into this storyline adds a layer of emotional depth that goes far beyond fan service. So, what does this unexpected return mean moving forward? EastEnders isn't revealing much, but one thing is clear: Nigel's journey is far from over, and this episode marks a turning point. Moments like this remind viewers why the show has lasted for decades, because it knows how to blend nostalgia with powerful storytelling. Seeing Pat again may be brief, but the impact is huge, both for Nigel and for the audience watching. And it leaves fans asking the same question: if a legend like Pat can return for one unforgettable moment, who else might the future bring back